Hello and welcome to my channel and welcome to another Multichrome Monday. My name is Millie. Today we're going to be comparing the Clionadh glitter multichromes to the Galaxy dust shifters from Devinah and the Willy Wonka exploders. Since the time that I swatched the Devinah Galaxy dust shifters, I kind of felt like their texture does remind me of the glitter multichromes from Clionadh, and since then I've been really curious about how they compare because they do have that almost glittery kind of flaky texture. They're not really smooth and finely milled, they're a little bit more flaky, and because they do have kind of a translucent base, so not fully opaque but definitely have more color than iridescent kind of shades. So here's some of the shades that I own that I think are a little bit similar, but actually after swatching some of these next to each other, I was surprised how they're not as close as they look in the pan, but the texture is definitely very on par. I do think though that Shard and Mosaic are actually the jeweled multichromes. I'm not sure, but I try to exclude those from here because the Devinah ones don't have a black base, and nor do these glitter shades from Clionadh. Something else I wanted to mention is that I think most people assume that Clionadh is just expensive because of their jeweled multichromes, which are $25 Canadian, which would translate to about, depending on the day, but right now about $19 a shade. But that is not the case for their other collections. The Devinah Galaxy Exploders are $8 each, and they do have sales of 20%, and so you can definitely snag these for even less than $8, while the Clionadh glitter multichromes are about, currently as I'm filming this video, $7.50-ish. So they are absolutely nowhere near the jeweled multichrome price. So let's get into the swatch comparisons. So I'm going to swatch these together, for example, and then the purples. And then these two shades, Celesta and Skyla, are the two shades from the Galaxy Dust Shifter bundle that I don't have any dupes for, at least not in my collection. But when I looked at the Clionadh website, I did not see anything nearly similar to this at all. They don't have a iridescent shade that is kind of this really bright yellow, and they don't really have a deeper kind of blue to purple shift. So I will be swatching these dry without any base, but I definitely recommend some kind of a glitter glue with these because they are so flaky and shimmery. You will most likely have fallout unless you're just super blessed where you don't have that issue, but for me, especially with oily hooded lids, I have to use some kind of a sticky base that dries down. First shade is Teal, and this is from Clionadh. And this has a blue to gold main predominant shift. I'll also be showing you some videos with my phone because I think then I can really capture in all kinds of lighting the different shifts versus just the studio lighting. And then here is Swatch from the Willy Wonka Exploders from Devinah. Everlasting Gobstoppers from Devinah. Ripple from Clionadh. And Nerds from Devinah. So as you can see in the pan, these two look very similar, but it's actually gel that would be most similar to Nerds based on this arm swatch, and Ripple is much more similar to Everlasting Gobstoppers, and Swatch is just not even close to any of these. It's pretty different. It has a strong purpley blue shift. So now I'll insert some phone swatch comparisons so you can really see how dimensional these are. Next up, I have these kinds of pinky reds. This shade from Clionadh called Mosaic is one of their brand new shades. While it does look similar straight on, when you look at an angle, it has a really strong lime green shift. So I don't really think it's gonna be actually similar to any of these, but I thought I would throw it in here. First, I'm going in with Engrave from Clionadh. Then Magellantic from Devinah Galaxy Dust Shifters. Next up is Starfire, also very different. Cygnus from Devinah. Next to Torch from Clionadh. Definitely very similar. And then Mosaic from Clionadh. can definitely see it's similar at first, but I will insert a video with my phone and you will see how different they are once you really flip it with the curve. Next up are these three kind of lighter iridescent, almost looking purples. First up is Glazed from Clionadh. Next is Runs from Devinah, and Kazookles from Devinah. So Runs is definitely much more similar because Kazookles has just like a really vibrant purple shift. And then lastly, we have this set, which has some purples and green shifts, some tealish kind of shifts as well, and brown, these two especially. So I don't think this one will be really similar, but it does have a little bit of that teal, so I thought I would swatch it. So first is Shard from Clionadh. This one's not really swatching well. Next is Griselle, I think, I'm not sure. Then Messier from Devinah. Next is Carving and Asteria. That one looks totally different on the arm, way more red than anything. So I think these are all pretty different actually. Carving and Asteria look really similar in the pan, but as you can see, they're quite different. And I will also insert some arm swatches for similar ones. And that is it for the comparisons. I was definitely very surprised on some of the outcomes of the swatches. So I hope you found this video helpful. And let me know in the comments below if you've tried any of these formulas and how you like them and how do you think they compare to each other if you have Clionadh and Devinah shades. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of multi-chrome content and makeup tutorials. If you're interested, I will be leaving that up on the screen for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.